Retreat! Retreat! Actually, I think that's the traditional call for charge, but it's all the same. We're going to charge into retreat. In a few days, we're going to have our annual tree leaf, all online, at home, 2-day Rohat's retreat. And I invite you to join us, to sit with us. We'll be rising with the dawn, sitting till late in the evening, and the day will be filled with zazen and a bit of work practice, a bit of oryoki, eating ritual, some chanting, but it's all zazen. And it's very, very important from time to time that we delve into a bit of intensive practice. More than usual, we go into it and really pour ourselves into it. Why, you may ask, if I'm always saying that there's nothing to attain, that a moment of zazen is a moment of Buddha, that there's no goal in this practice, why would we need to work so hard at it? Well, that's the point. You see, sometimes it takes a lot of wrestling with the self to realize that the self is sometimes our own worst enemy. We go very, very deeply into this to realize that it was all right here all along. We work very, very hard to see that there is nothing to attain, because attaining that non-attaining is kind of tricky. The self doesn't like it. The self doesn't like to sit there all day. The self doesn't like to stare at a wall. We have to put the self a bit out of business, a bit out of the driver's seat, get it all under control. When the self, which always wants to run here, run there, fill the time with things to do, is told to just sit here, that it's all complete. Self sometimes doesn't like it. When the self is told to sit here, dropping all likes and dislikes, the self doesn't like it. When the self is told that we are to sit very intently in order to just get this sitting done, the self wants to get something else done. This is why retreats are so important. There are lessons to be learned. There are shores to be discovered by sailing this vessel deep into the sea. Sometimes, we sit for a while, kind of cruising the shore. That's fine. Sometimes we go out for a few hours. That's fine. But there is some wonderful, wonderful discoveries to be made by sailing this vessel deep, deep into the cold and dark, sometimes stormy sea. Just me, myself, and I, and the wind. And that's what Rohats is. Rohats stands for the Buddha's Enlightenment Day. He sat under a Bodhi tree. He had tried all kinds of things to punish himself, all kinds of meditations to take him somewhere beyond this world. And finally, after nearly pushing himself to the edge, he saw the morning star. And there was peace, wholeness. And he got up and began his career of teaching. This is what we celebrate on Rohats. Traditionally at Zen monasteries all through Japan, the monks will be sitting for the week, just as we will be sitting for 2 days. The content is pretty much the same, as much as I could make it. At Zen Sangha all around the world, people will be sitting for a week, a few days, all kinds of retreats to celebrate this very special Rohats. Now, let me tell you how we do it. I'm going to be posting a series of videotapes. I'll show you the link from last year. You can see how the schedule runs. There'll be sittings and activities such as the eating, such as the ceremonies. And you can either access us over Ustream Live if your time zone is right, or you can get the recorded version, which was made while just a few hours before. So while you were sleeping, we were sitting in Japan. Then when we go to sleep, you get up and you do it. And we all finish at the same finish line to nowhere. It all worked very well. This is our third year, I believe, of doing this. And it has been a wonderful experience. You make a quiet place in your home. A place where you pull out the telephone, you turn off the computer, except for us, you need that. You tell folks to, as much as possible, not disturb you. And you sit for 2 days. You have your food ready. When we do eating, you eat with us. You do work with us. You bow with us. All in that quiet space in your home. It's good to have someone nearby in case, to check in on you every once in a while. It is a little physically demanding, so if you have any doubts about your ability to do this, take it easy. If the sitting becomes too much, you can get up and walk in. You can take a break. But if you can, it's good to sit the full 2 days right through with us. We start at 6 a.m. You start at 6 a.m. your time. We finish at 9 p.m. the first day our time. You finish at 9 p.m. your time. Following along with us across the internet. When you can, sit live for some activities and sit with the recording for others. When you drop all thought of now and then, here and there, what's the difference? We're all together, right in your own home, sitting right side by side. This is how it works. In the coming days, I'm going to post a few videos. There are some things to know. How to make an oryoki kit, the traditional eating kit. I've got a nifty way to do it out of probably some bowls in your kitchen and a pillowcase. There's a certain way to wrap it up and a certain way to unwrap it. I'll show you how to do that. There are some things to know about bowing. There are some things to know about ordinary activities that we make sacred, like going to the bathroom, brushing your teeth. We chant before we go to the toilet. It's a sacred thing. What a miracle to be alive in order to be able to do that. To brush our teeth, to wash our face. So we have a little ritual for that. I'll present another sit-along recording in the coming days, and we can talk about that. Some other things. How to bow. It's all right here when you know how to do it. You can do it in your own home, just the same as is done in great monasteries in the world, just the same way. They bow before they wash, before they go to the toilet. We will chant the same chants. It's a sacred time. And I'm glad that we can sit together. Now, we're finishing our Ango. This retreat celebrates the end of our Ango, our special practice period. And we're in the midst of Jukai preparations. This is part of that. And I hope you will sit along with Taigu and myself. Okay? All right. In the meantime, there's the sitting right now.